Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. ASX 200 index rallies to highest levels since June, testing the 61.8% fib. ntvforex.com news ID 3F32797 7 minutes ago by Ross J. Berland. ASX 200 climbs to resistance last seen in June of this year. Financial stocks and miners are performing well on NBSP. The session. Australian shares have been climbing on Tuesday, scoring the highest levels since mid-June. At the time of writing, the ASX 200 index is trading almost 1% higher at 6,170, travelling from a low of 6,110. NBSP, a measure of Australian business conditions, rose in July as the service sector rebounded from a national lockdown, but confidence was badly hit by a renewed outbreak of coronavirus in the second most populous state of Victoria. National Australia Bank's NAB index of business conditions bounced to 0 in July, from 8 in June. That was up from a low of 34 in April at the height of the pandemic and nearer to the long-run average of 6. However, the survey's measure of business confidence fell back to 14 in July, from 0 in June, though it remained well above the April trough of 46. Conditions have now recovered to be broadly around their pre-COVID level with improvements across the country, said NAB Group Chief Economist Alan Oster. Financial stocks lifting all boats. Meanwhile, heavyweight financial stocks rallied on the news that NBSP, the country's second most populous state, reported a small rise in new COVID-19 infections, lifting investor sentiment. Australian banks have taken the NBSP financial sub-index .axfj higher by NBSP 1.2% to its highest since July 30. Reuters reports that daily infections in Victoria peaked at 725 on August 5 and have been trending lower in recent days, following the imposition of a hard lockdown in Melbourne on July 19. The Commonwealth Bank of Australia (CBA), which is slated to report its annual results on Wednesday, climbed 1.7%, while the rest of its Big Four have added between 2% and 2.3%. Miners follow in suit. Mining stocks have also climbed 0.8%, with the world's fourth largest iron ore miner, Fortescue Metals Group (FMG), adding nearly 2% to hit a record high after it won a tender to supply Chinese steelmaker HBIS Group. NBSP industrial metals were also stronger, with copper and aluminium leading the sector higher. The prospects NBSP of additional NBSP stimulus packages helped support sentiment in commodity markets. Nevertheless, we have seen some sectors struggling to keep their head above water. Precious metals ended lower, with gold falling. NBSP ASX 200 levels. The index is now at a crossroads in the 6,170s, where it meets daily and weekly resistance at NBSP. The 61.8% NBSP Fibonacci retracements of the 2020 sell-off. NBSP 6055 is kept support here. However, a NBSP break back below the 20-week moving average would open TE case for a continuation to the downside. NBSP. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.